Jays, Braves, Rogers Jays on TSN tomorrow.
Over 20,000 jammed into the American Airlines Center, ready for Game 6. Once again, our starting lineups presented by Miller Lite. For Miami, of course, Wade coming off that spectacular 43-point game, but overshadowed Jason Terry, who had 35 in that difficult loss for the Mavericks. As we get set for the tip-off, Spanish audio of tonight's game, just hit the SAP button. As we're set to go for Game 6, Shaquille O'Neal and DE-GWAPO lead at center court. The officiating crew led by Steve Javi. And boy, this crowd for the last half hour have been on its feet, cheering and yelling as the Mavericks back home after a long, long week in Miami. Nowitzki. That's not a bad way to start.
No, if you're a Maverick fan, naturally you're ecstatic. Just hope that he can consistently get going. Now, Miami has something to prove. They've been in this building 3 times this year. They're only averaging 83 points. In their 3 home wins, how about the fact that they average right at 99?
And remember, the first 2 games of the series, the Mavericks won both of them by double figures. Won easily in Game 2. Jason Terry.
Oh, lucky bounce.
Top of the backboard is inbounds as long as it doesn't hit the shot clock.
Very difficult shot, bad angle, but you get the miraculous bounce there. Now what we say is, let's see if Miami can really put numbers up on the board.
Antoine Walker knocks down his first jumper. For the Dallas Mavericks, this is their second elimination game of the playoffs. They already were staring at it in the conference semifinals, Game 7 against San Antonio, a game they won on the road in overtime. Wade guarded by Devin Harris to start, and no one's been able to stop him, certainly in the last 3 games. O'Neal. And quickly a foul by Jop to prevent the layup.
Now you can see a change in strategy. In Game 1, Dallas would double team as Shaq dribbled the ball. From then on, they would double team on the catch. Tonight, you can see they played him straight up, man to man.
In talking to both coaches, Pat Riley, the #1 key he talked about was turnovers, especially on the road. Avery Johnson said rebounding. Udonis Haslem. Walker with the tip, won't go.
Dallas needs to get out in the transition game. In order to do that, you need 1-shot attempts from Miami, also forcing turnovers.
Nowitzki, 2 for 2.
They'll put the pressure on Miami's transition defense by getting out and getting up the floor quickly and getting a shot within 6 to 10 seconds.
That last elimination game we spoke of, as we have a foul away from the ball. Dwayne Wade pushing off Devin Harris, and that's Wade's first.
Now that's frustration. We know that Harris has quick feet. He's very pesty, and just keep an eye on it. You're going to watch. He put the hand on him, and then Wade, as he stepped in, got the forearm on. Unfortunate for him, Eddie Rush, the ref, was right there.
Wade talking to Harris as he defends him here. Harris got a rare outside shot, in and out. Rebound taken by Harris, but he lost it.
Now you got to look up the floor.
Hard to miss that big guy, and just like that, it's 6-4. Terry pushing is what you talked about, Ubi. Dallas wants that tempo up.
Even after a score, they'll push it up quickly in this building.
Got inside, blocked. Harris, though, picks up another loose ball, and that's a goaltend by O'Neal, as Harris shot clearly on the way down.
Now, you need to hustle and get the second chance points in this series. Very little offensive rebounding for Miami or Dallas.
Avery Johnson not happy with the defense played in Miami. It's been such a key part of the Mavericks' success this season. They've been much better at home defensively. Walker sets. Walker shooting early.
Now we know that if that double team comes, any pass out, the second pass, you're going to get a high percentage shot.
Howard, pretty move from Josh Howard. He had a big game in Game 5, 25 points, 10 rebounds, but a couple of mistakes down the end, including the timeout, some missed free throws. But he is energized to start, like the Mavericks, and just like this crowd. Just over 3 minutes gone by. Dallas with a strong start.
2006 NBA Finals on TSN are brought to you by Reebok, by Molson, and by Gatorade.
Yao's usually an 80% free throw shooter. Ooh, and another miss. This game is going down to the wire. Right on the money. Beautiful. Back at the line. This is wide left. This just isn't very Yao Ming-like. Yao again makes his second. Everything's got to break just right.
Now we have Dirk and then Terry. So you got two of your key guys, and now the third man. These are your top three scorers. This is a strong drive, and that is there for him. Tonight, we've got to see Dallas take advantage off the dribble of their four perimeter guys, because that is a major plus for them.
Mavericks 5 of 7 to start. Wade. Walker, nice pass inside to Wade, but he can't finish.
Get it out. Oh, he had an advantage here. There it is.
Nowitzki for three. Nowitzki, by the way, in that elimination game against the Spurs, all he threw up was 37 points and 15 rebounds. As Jason Williams gets inside. Haslam. And that's his shot.
Throughout this series, that is there for Haslam. On any drive down the middle, he opens up for that 15 to 17-foot shot on the baseline.
You can see you be even after Miami makes, they're trying to push the ball up. Howard sets for three.
All Miami has to do is weather the storm. That was an excellent timeout by Pat Riley.
Quick shot from Shaquille O'Neal.
Now that's where Jop, Dampier, and Wenger got to work hard. You cannot allow Shaq to run to the front of the rim. Now he already has 2 layups in this first quarter.
Devin Harris, nice move, gets inside. Oh, so quick with the crossover.
Now this young guy, we know he's got the speed. He's had an opportunity to get good shots, but he has struggled in the first quarter of all of the preceding games. He's only shooting like 11% for the quarter.
He almost seems too hyper to start the game. A young player sometimes gets like that. As Haslam, who's been in foul trouble the last couple of games, knocks down another.
Yeah, but we know he can hit that shot, Mike.
Nowitzki wide open for three.
You could not have scripted this any better if you're on the coaching staff of Dallas. They're getting their main guy off, and then your other 2 key contributors are right there also. What they have to do here is button up this defense.
7 points in 5 minutes for Nowitzki. Walker. Shot clock winding down. Spin move, wild shot. Not a good one.
Yeah, he was trying to get a foul that time, Mike, by coming back with the left hand.
Howard defended him well. Jason Terry for three. Back-to-back threes for the Mavericks. And here's the early run you expected. Pat Riley's going to call another timeout.
Mike, it's the dribble penetration and the kick-out passes that are opening it up the three-point game, whether it is in transition or whether it's in a half-court set. You could not ask for anything better. Now just watch this kickback. See, they're conscious of Terry going to the basket. Beautiful. That's a beautiful setup. Now on this play, you can see Harris took the defense to him to open up a high three-point shooter.
Mavericks have hit 8 of their first 12 shots from the field.
Leader in high definition.
Nearly the midway point of the first, the Mavericks lead by 8 on the plane Monday morning in Miami before they took off to come back to Dallas. Jason Terry had a little message for his teammates.
I basically told guys that if you can't win 2 games on your home court in the NBA Finals, then you don't deserve to win a championship. So that's what it is for us. But you can't get to 2 without getting 1.
So he felt he needed to say it after a very frustrating loss in Game 5. The Mavericks upset with plays, upset with calls, and frustration led to anger, which included Mark Cuban, the owner, running onto the floor. He was yelling at the officials and had some obscenities to some reporters after. Cuban fined $250,000 today by the NBA as O'Neal can't get it to draws the foul. And according to the NBA, for several acts of misconduct, for another fine in a long list of fines for Mark Cuban. This went down today. And, you know, we've talked so much, Ruby, about Mark Cuban, and he has done an unbelievable job in turning this franchise around into one of the best in the NBA. He's a great fan. He's terrific for the league. But he has to control himself as an owner. And the NBA, again, with the $250,000 fine, as we go to Stuart Scott.
Thanks a lot, Mike. I talked to Mark Cuban just before the game, and I asked him, it was reported that he told David Stern after Game 5, quote, "Your league is rigged." Cuban denied that. He denied it on his blog. He denied it to me. What he told me was, I didn't say anything to David Stern. I gave him a good stare down. I stared at him. I said some things to some of the fans around, but nothing to David Stern and nothing to any league officials. While he was on his treadmill, as he always is before the game, Mike, David Stern walked into the Mavericks locker room, as he always does. He went up to Mark Cuban. He shook his hand. David Stern said, "It's always peace." Cuban laughed and said, "Hey, I'm not even sweating this time." Mike?
Well, Cuban and the Mavericks have put it behind them as they get ready for Game 6. Thank you, Stu. Meanwhile, Jerry Stackhouse come in. He got a huge ovation his first game since the suspension. Of course, did not play in Game 5 as Haslam throws it in. Stackhouse suspended for that flagrant 2 foul on Shaquille O'Neal in the prior game. Kevin Harris looking for a shot early. O'Neal knocks it off the backboard. And a loose ball foul is going to go against the Miami Heat. Excuse me, it's against the Mavericks. I'm sorry, Eric Dampier. Dampier looking.
Now just keep an eye to the right of the screen. You're going to see Dampier push Shaq underneath. You know, anytime that Dampier is behind him, he always uses that forearm on Shaq. They've had an interesting battle throughout the series.
Wade doubled. And a 3-second violation. Offensive 3 seconds ball on O'Neal.
Yeah, good call. Good call. You have to get the ball to Shaq when he's open. You don't have a lot of time. Shaq, early on in his first quarter, has been making the catch, taking the double teams, and finding people for high percentage shots.
Nowitzki with Haslam on him. Haslam has defended him well, as is the entire Heat team. Nowitzki, good drive. And O'Neal the rebound.
A high percentage shot. That's what he has to do. If the jumper is in there, drive the basketball. He's been getting to the line close to 10 times a game.
Williams lost it, tried to force it.
Great deflection by Harris.
Harris, a very good defender. Stackhouse inside.
Ready. Now that's excellent team basketball. That's at their best. They're greyhounds in this building. And remember, they're the second best home record in the league at 34-7 during the season.
The Greyhounds up by 8 right now and shooting the ball well. Walker off the mark again. Walker missing from the outside, and a loose ball foul call on Udonis Haslam. That will be his first.
Now tonight, that is the third over-the-back loose ball foul that we've had here. No way are we going to have a lot of contact without the whistle blowing. So you must adjust when you're crashing the offensive boards.
Nowitzki very aggressive early. Drive for the hole. Dirk Nowitzki with the left hand.
Now see, Haslam's all upset. He was channeling Nowitzki into the lane, and the rotation man to come on the double team never arrived.
9 points already for Nowitzki. Wade short. Remember, Wade did not shoot the ball well in games 1 and 2. Stackhouse. And Haslam, good boxing out. Will hold off Nowitzki.
Now, if this is your first look at Dallas, they are a quick shooting ball club. Whether it's in transition like we had there, they'll get it up in less than 10 seconds.
Not a good shot from Haslam that time. Dampier tracks it down.
Yeah, you don't want Haslam to feel that he must score, especially when there's at least 16 seconds on the shot clock. Get into your offense and take advantage of Wade and Shaq.
Harris drives inside. Oh, hard foul. So O'Neal will pick up his first, and Devin Harris will go to the line. That one looked worse than it actually was. Just to look at the size difference between the two.
This is a strong move right here as Shaq comes. See, Shaq's going for the block. He gets the ball. But unfortunately, he's so big, it's like you running into this building. And consequently, as he gets it, he made a perfect block. Unfortunately, down below, his body puts Harris down.
So Harris already having a good, strong start to the free throw line. NBA Finals on ABC. Will perhaps continue on Thursday in Game 7 right back here in Dallas if necessary. Coverage would begin at 8:30 Eastern. Tip-off would be shortly after 9. And, of course, the NBA Draft Wednesday, June 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. How about Harris? 6 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds already.
Well, Mike, during the season, he averaged right at 10 points a game. You know, this guy has every game he gets better, playing with a lot of confidence.
And the Mavericks up by a dozen already.
Oh, bad pass. Bad passing angle.
Stackhouse goes to get it. Inside and misses the jam. But Harris another rebound to Nowitzki. Posey didn't go after the ball, and Stackhouse was just more aggressive.
Great basketball. Never assume that the guy is going to make a layup. Now down at this end, when they throw the ball into Shaq and he kicks it out, Shaq is reposting. You cannot just automatically throw him the ball. You just can't do that.
Dirk Nowitzki has taken some criticism in Dallas the last couple of days after subpar performances, at least for him, in the 3 games in Miami, but he's off to a terrific start.
Now this is good hustle once again by Harris, keeping the ball alive on the offensive board.
And Nowitzki, 11 points already in the first quarter.
Thank you for watching ABC Sports.
Oh, baby!
Home of the NBA Finals.
Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks off to a terrific start. Nowitzki is a humble star who's really not worried about individual numbers. He just wants to be a part of a champion.
The feeling of being the best, I think. I mean, you in a team sport, to take a team to be the best team in the world that's what you live for. That's what you dream to be the best you can be, and be a part of that team would be the greatest thing in the world.
He hit some critical shots both in regulation and overtime in Game 5. Made that great pass to Dampier. But again, his team didn't win, and he gets a lot of the blame when they don't. He's put up solid numbers, but he's off to a superb start here in Game 6. Payton likes that glass.
Oh, that was really a tough shot. That was more like a scoop, half-hook shot by Gary Payton. He's played big when the pressure is on. He does not have many points, but they have been big points, the one that he has put down.
There's the game winner in Game 3. Stackhouse dribbles it off his foot. Howard. Tough shot from Howard. And Posey the rebound. Posey has been huge off the bench the last 2 games for Miami.
Now, 2 things must happen here. This guy must get some shots. There you go. He was 0 for 2 going into that shot attempt. And also, Miami has 4 turnovers. They got to cut the turnovers down because Dallas is getting out on the fast break, and they've already scored 9 points.
Backdoor blocked by Mourning.
Great block. Great block.
And here's Wade. Matt Riley said the key is Wade making plays for others. You know they're going to try and defend him as Posey rushed the shot. And Mourning, he's come out ready to play.
Well, this group right now, this is a very quick foot group, and they really crash the offensive board. Mourning will make things happen. He clears out a lot of space.
Nice passing inside, and Mourning with the finish. Haslam, pretty dish.
Now, that was a smart move and a high percentage move. Do not get the shot blocked. Dish it off to somebody who can dunk.
6 straight points as Harris gets to the basket, and a foul call on Mourning on the pass.
When Mourning is in the game, Mike, you have to be alert because he'll attack every single guy. Now, when that happens, now if you cannot score, that was just a beautiful block, then you've got to be ready because his man can score. Now, at the other end, he is always active. Once you get down by that defensive circle, he can make the hooks with either hand, lefty or righty.
He only played 4 minutes in Game 5 as Terry in and out, and then he's had a couple of those.
Well, this series has been played in runs. Runs by both teams, whether it's the first or second, third quarter, doesn't make a big difference. They both get hot, and then they have the ability to get out like 7 to 9 to 0.
Terry is the leading scorer for the Mavericks in these finals as Wade hits it, and a foul. Avery Johnson upset with Wade with a chance for a three-point play.
Now you play almost 10 minutes, and Dwayne Wade had no field goals. 0 for 2. Just playing within the offense, not forcing anything. Now all of a sudden,